Hello everyone, Nat Trends Enthusiast here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the special bus service that happens during the overnight shutdown of the subway. I figured I might as well take a look at the maps, see what buses are running, what routes, based off what I've observed in the past couple of days without going outside. I have my special resources to figure out, to find out a whole bunch of stuff in the transit community. We're going to be taking a look at 4 different maps today. The Bronx bus night map, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens. It is currently 1:18 a.m. It is 5/9/2020. That's May 9th, 2020 at 1:18 a.m. Let's begin the Bronx bus night map. So we're just gonna go to this little area real quick. So let's observe first off. So we got like the regular BX10 operating we got the BXM1 and 2, the BXM4, we got the BXM11, and we got the BXM7. What I do notice is that Williamsbridge has no bus service at all, which I feel could have been used. I feel the BX31 or the BX8 should have been used. More likely the BX31 due to the fact that it operates past Albert Einstein Medical and Jacobi, all that important stuff, I also believe the BXM7 has been modified to make all BXM8 routes. Here are the routes themselves. So we're going to start off with the BX1, see what buses we got running. So from what I can see, it just seems like the normal, what Kingsbridge Depot would fully operate without this, no matter what. No bus bunching as you would see on the Grand Concourse on a normal average day, Everything seems normal on the concourse at most. Looking at the map on the concourse, everything seems normal. Let's move on to the BX4. Yeah, this route is technically supposed to be the 6 train, and the 6, 2, and 5 train shuttle bus replacements. But according to this, basically according to this, you have no service to the hub. I feel they could have at least waited until this BX4, at least pulled into Westchester Square before they send this one out, because you have no service to the hub. It's only a straight shot up Westchester Avenue to Westchester Square. At least that's what I honestly think. With that, let's move on to the BX6 local. Only 2. This is just, Jesus. I mean, just look. You have one BX, you only have 2 BX6. What do you do with them? Instead of sending it the whole route to Washington Heights, you send one of the 2 to Southern Boulevard. That's not even halfway through the route. If you want halfway through the route, you would go to 3rd Avenue and Boston Road. And then we still have another one making its way to Hunts Point over at Prospect Avenue. I don't know what the MTA is on with this. The BX7. This is the route I've heard bad stuff about, actually. Dead serious. This is the route I've heard the worst about. I'll give it a second. Okay, as we wait for that to kind of load a little bit, let's take a look on the map. Tell me, what do you see on the map? Oh wait, BX7, wait, what the hell? The BX7 doesn't show up here even though it's supposed to. I'm guessing it doesn't show up in general, so we'll move on to our next route, the BX10. So for the BX10, you only have one bus on it, and that's going to Riverdale. I don't know how this route has helped anyone in general, though I'm in the Norwood area a lot. Give or take, depending on the day, I could be in the Norwood area. But definitely, I don't get how this route has ever helped anyone. Well, let me give the BX7 one last chance, because I know it actually operates. No, like, so serious. I actually know the BX7 not. I told you. So, supposedly, the BX7 has just been terminating at Broadway and Ism, which is basically Broadway and West 207th, which I feel was the most stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life. Because the BX7 serves two major hospitals south of Inwood and Broadway and Ism. What the hell type of logic is that? For real though. Okay, the BX12. So we only have 4 buses, you know, number 50. You know, we already have one at Broadway and West 207th. We have one at White Plains Road. We have one over at St. Paul Avenue. And we have one over on Bartow Avenue. Or not. You know, I find half of this stupid. I mean, I get that Bay Plaza could be closed around this time, but still, at least have one bus still going in the Fordham direction or something. Let's see how the BX15 is doing. So according to this, all BX15s are going to 149th Street. And according to the map, it's going to Manhattanville. The logic here, no one knows. I'm just like, okay, you know. We have one bus over at West Harlem already. We have like 3 different buses all going to Fordham Plaza again. Let's see the BX19. You know, we got only 3 buses. Okay, this I can get, you know. We got number 1055 going to Hamilton Heights and Broadway and 145th. Since Riverbank Park is closed, since Riverbank closed at like what, 11, 12? Okay, I get that. It's a good idea to send to Broadway and 145th, you know, have a crosstown route replacing basically 2 train services into Manhattan where you can transfer like what, the M7 for Lenox Avenue service? That's a smart idea. There's another bus? So according to this, there's like what, 3 buses all going to Bronx Park? You could at least have one over near Tremont Avenue going to to Hamilton Heights as well, you know. Next route is the BX21. Just thing to really give detail on, because I mean, they're both close to the terminals. This one is over at 163rd. This one is right at White Plains. Well, Bronxville. But you see, that's close to their terminals. So there's nothing I can really say on it. Let's see the BX22, then the 24. Earlier I did read, so technically I had nothing to complain about really, except send another bus to the Pelham Parkway, because according to what I saw earlier, BX22 buses go short turning over at Pelham Parkway and White Plains Road and Boston Road. I mean, you know, I get that. I low-key get that because, you know, Fordham is kind of closed around this time, I believe. But at least have another bus. Like, have another bus over here at most. Randall or Lafayette or Bruckner if you want. Just straight up going to Pelham right now. Let's see the BX24. Okay, we got 2 buses. One. Oh, damn. So basically, Country Club has no service at all. Because according to this, the BX24 is making short turns the whole route. So Pelham Bay to Hutchinson Metro Center. The Hutchinson Metro Center should be served either way. The Country Club, on the other hand, I don't know what to tell you. Let's see how the BX27 is. Okay, we have one route going straight to Classen Point. So I say, what, like right about here? Remember, I don't know the BX27 terminal. Well, that's the ferry terminal. You know what, never mind. But at least have like another BX27 like over here at most, going to back to West Farmers Road. That's all I have to say. Now the BX28 on the other hand, okay, you know, I get it. It's the only bus. Oh, it's going to Norwood. Okay, here's the thing I do not get. Why is the BX28 the only route going through Co-op City at this time? Like, you only got the BX28 and the BXM7, if that does you any luck. You could at least have the BX23 or something. Or better yet, if you want, have the BX12 serve Ashk Loop. Because that is being served. Because the 28 has to go serving Dresser Loop. As well as Carver Loop, you know. So, I don't know what the hell this is. Let's see how the BX35 is doing. So this is like this is like the halfway point of the route, you know. I'd say at least have a bus going towards the George Washington Bridge, like over here, you know, like somewhere over here at least, because this is like the halfway point on the route. That's all I have to say, you know. The BX36, the bastard. Okay. Okay, I see that buses kind of alternate between West Farm Square and Soundview. I don't know if that's the true case, but according to the bus tracker, that's what I can find only. And I'm okay with it. Then we have the BX39 Wakefield to Gun Hill Road. Let's see if that is. Okay, they have no service to Wakefield right now. No service to Wakefield. And they're supplementing the 2 train. Go figure. At least have a bus go to damn Wakefield at this time. Let's see, the BX40 and the 41 are next. Okay. What do I have to say? Oh, West Farms is covering the BX40 right now. That's an XN60, and the BX40 is a Gun Hill route. So, go figure. Okay, you know, oof. So according to this one BX41 is straight up just doing a short turn to Webster Avenue and 189th Street. Do I know if this is true or not? I don't know if that's the full terminal for this. All I know is that it short turns at 189th and Webster. You know, that's basically Fordham Road. I don't know anymore. You know what? Okay, let's move on to the express bus routes. I say the BXN10 or the I say the BXN10 should be put, because it serves Jacoby and it also serves Einstein and Calvary. The BXM9 could also be put if you want. But then, you have a hella express buses. But that's just what I think, okay? Let's see the BXM1. So, express bus service is actually going good. I'd expect Manhattan to, kind of supplement at least, but I see Yonkers is pulling up their game. I have nothing to say. At least have one express bus be on 5th Avenue by now. Other than that, this looks fine, actually. Let's see the BXM2 on the other hand. Okay, let me start nitpicking this. Wait, Riverdale? What the hell? Oh, West Midtown 30. Oh, okay. But definitely have another one bound for West Midtown somewhere. I mean, Riverdale somewhere over here at most. That's all I have to say, really. Though I'm glad to see Yonkers is actually able to supplement their own buses for tonight. The BXM4 is actually looking really good, Look, I mean, this one will technically be on 5th Avenue in about 15 minutes, give or take. Something I have to say. Oh, wait, no, wrong route. Wait, the BX11 is still operating? Damn. Next steps are not known for this vehicle. Okay. It must have still been operating by the time. Oh, let me see if the BX31 is still operating. Damn, we still got BX31s operating. Go figure. No wonder I heard these. Oh, damn. Okay, let's start with Matt. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I get it, We could at least have this somewhere over here by now. This over here. And this one can stay the same, okay? That's all I really would have to say on it. Because, I mean, this one is in Harlem. It can be in Washington Heights in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so now that we're done with the Bronx map, we can move over to Manhattan. Then we'll move into Queens, and we'll save Brooklyn for last. Alright. Sorry about that. We got the M3 next. Oh, wow, so the M3 is not doing short turns like it would normally do late at night to 125th. You see, there's nothing to really say about the M3 right now. It's funny how I say the buses should be located at Washington Heights and up get their bus in about 5 minutes, can get their bus in 10 minutes at most. Just like I can really say. The M4 on the other hand, this one could kind of be up here by now, at least. Other than that, I actually have nothing to say. I actually really don't. Then we have the M7. I want to see how the M7 is operating right now. Well, I'd say there should at least be another Midtown bus over here, because this is the only bus route Amsterdam and Columbus get, unless you want to use the M104, which I haven't checked yet. So the M14A and D are still operating. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I got nothing to say about the M14A. At least the M14A, that is. The buses are all... You know, like you got a bus. You have a bus in areas where there should be a bus, depending on the direction. It looks good actually, you know? Let's see the D on your I mean, it could use more bus like how the M14A is doing, but it looks good, I guess. M15. Okay, I feel we should be at least another bus somewhere around 53rd and 42nd, around that area. But East Harlem has their coverage pretty good. 6073 is over near 42nd. 58 Chova's at the 14th area. And then we got like two here, which kind of makes sense. Okay. Everything there is looking good. Yeah, I'm 20 on the other hand. Lincoln Center, South. Okay, at least have another South Ferry bus over here by now. That's all I would have to say, you know. Throughout most of this video, I'll just be kind of picking out what should be done and what shouldn't. You know, kind of like that type of stuff. Next is the M23. So they say the M23 is supposed to be operating. You liars. Okay, I don't know what the hell happened. I really actually don't. But okay then. We'd at least have a bus going towards the east side at most to the FDR Drive, I'd say. We'd at least have a bus going to the FDR Drive, I'd say. Or at least like 3 more buses, I guess. The M34A. Bro, if there isn't a certain bus that isn't operating, at least just keep it off, for God's sake. I see there can definitely be another M42 around 7th Avenue, but going towards the United Nations. You know, I get that you guys are local buses, but in my opinion, I feel you guys could at least have a bus going in the other direction at most. Like 2 buses at most is all you would need. One going one way and another going the other way. That's all there is to it. Alright, the M50 is next. No scheduled service. Alright, the M60. I want to see how this is going. Yeah, whatever. Okay, it looks good. I'd expect LaGuardia to be closed around this time. Give or take, this should be on 125th in a couple of minutes, so I don't have to say anything about bus service on 125th other than this little one going towards LaGuardia. There should be another bus at least on Astoria or 23rd, I'd say. That's all I'd have to say, actually. Okay, so let's go to the M79 SBS. You could put no scheduled service like you did with the other bus, like what you did with the M50, yeah. I forgot. Okay, so kind of like the Traverse, 5th Avenue, Madison, like the Traverse, 5th Avenue, that more or less, that's the midway point of the M86. I'd say there should at least be another bus around there. That's just my thought on it, okay? That's just my thought. Let's see, M96. Alright. This Speaking of the M96, I've heard it's supposed to be damn it. Well, anyways, it's supposed to be converted into SBS, supposedly. I don't know about you, but that would actually seem pretty interesting. Manhattanville will most likely have the route, even though it could use Arctics, as we've seen other people kind of post videos of it using Arctics. Okay, the M101, I have some nitpicking, okay? There should be at least another bus on Amsterdam, another bus on 125th going toward, well, actually, that's good. There's one of those, there should be a bus over here by now in Lexington. That's all I had to say. M102, you see, this is what I'd rather propose for the M101 right now. Look, I spoke too soon. Oh, okay. Let's see how the M103 is on the art. Bruh. Okay, at least have another bus going towards City Hall, instead of one just straight leaving City Hall right now going to East Harlem. So I also apologize if it seems like I'm kind of rushing this. Oh, it's 1:44. Oh my god. I apologize if it looks like I'm rushing this. It's just that there's really nothing to talk about, and I'm trying so hard not to rant about what could be done and what shouldn't be done. I apologize. Okay, I had nothing to say on the M104. Bus service seems to be handled good. This one just reached the last stop, so it should be leaving anytime soon now, since that's the 1, 2, and 3's replacement on the Upper West Side. North of Times Square, 42nd Street, that is. Well, we finished Manhattan. So now we go over to Queens. Taking a look at the map. Oh, yeah. So I see Queens actually has a lot of routes operating this time around. The Q, we only have one bus going towards Jamaica right now. I'd say at least have one going towards Belrose. That's what I say should happen. Like have a bus going towards Belrose around this time. Like I say keep it somewhere around the Jamaica Estates, like kind of near Edgerton Boulevard or something, or like on Merrick or something like that. At least that's what I say. Okay, this is what I definitely would propose. This is basically what I was saying for the Q1. Look, you got that one basically starting to leave the bus, starting to leave Belmont Park, We have this one getting ready to leave Jamaica. What's there else like about that? The 3. I'd say there could be at least another bus towards Jamaica, 179th Street, near Murdoch Avenue, or Liberty, or on Jamaica Avenue at most. That's what I say should happen. I apologize for that loud background noise. At least that's what I feel should happen. The Q4, now that I see this, Cambria Heights, right, Linden. Like, have another Cambria Heights bus somewhere over here, because this one is literally just about to become another bus towards Jamaica Parsons. Like, have it somewhere. Like, have this other one around Francis Lewis or Farmers Boulevard at most, Let's see, the Q5. Okay, I say, you just have another bus towards Jamaica Parsons, Archer, around Linden or Paisley, around Folk. Or on Linden, because we already have a bus going towards Rosedale and the Green Acres Mall. That one's literally about to hit the Belt Parkway to go to Green Acres. As we can physically see, at least that's what I say. Okay, the Q6, there's literally only one bus going to Jamaica, 165th Street. You see, this one is about to hit, it's literally about to hit Jamaica Avenue. I say you could at least have another one of these JFK buses going, you know, around Nassau, around the Nassau Expressway, 137th or 136th Avenues. That's just what I say, you know, to keep even, you know, uniformity. The Q10 is a route I cannot complain about. It's basically what I've been saying. All routes should have uniformity. 2 to 4 buses, one going one way, the other going the other way. Try to keep them at the same distance from terminals. Like if bus 1 is around, say, about 4 or 5 stops away from the first stop, keep the other bus and going towards direction bus number 1 is coming from, like about 4 or 5 stops away. You see, we keep proper service. Let's see the 11 and the 12. You see, this is literally what I was just saying. And then, you know, we come to the Q11. I'd say there could at least be a bus over near Jamaica Avenue at most. On Jamaica Avenue going towards Old Howard Beach, Beach 99th. That's just what I say based off what I literally just said with the Q10. I want to say the Q12 is still running any of it. Well, it is running one of the Arctics, number 4734. I'd say there could at least be a bus towards Little Neck, you know, around 154th or 149th Street. Or in the Utopia Parkway if you really want. If you really want it on the Utopia Parkway, you could really do that. You know, just at least have another bus in that direction. Let's see the 17. Okay, the Q17, it's basically operating what I literally said should be done. You know, it's basically operating exactly what I feel should be done, even though I'm not a Queens resident. But I feel we should all get proper service, especially what I've been saying with all boroughs. You know, like, we should all get proper service with this. Let's see the 20A. So, since there's only one bus at College Point, and it literally just about left Jamaica, you know, I'd say we should have another bus over on 14th Avenue. 20th Avenue, near the Whitestone at most. You know, around the Whitestone or Willits Point Boulevard. Based off what oh, never mind. Look at that, we got a bus to Jamaica Merrick Boulevard, right as I said that. Alright. Let's see what's next. The 22. The Q22 is operating what I literally said should be done. Then we got a bus to Roxbury Beach 169th, and we got another to Far Rockaway, Mott Avenue. How's the distance? The distance looks really good between the first stop on one of them and the first stop on the other bus. You know, it looks really good in my opinion. Literally exactly what I've been saying should be done. Let's see, 24 and the 25. So, I mean, the Q24 basically looks good, you know. Then we got a bus to Jamaica on 68th Street and another to Lafayette Avenue. Service looks good. It also looks like it's kind of lacking service near Woodhaven Boulevard, Rockaway Boulevard, 111th Street, you know, but we already have a bus leaving Jamaica, another bus pulling into Jamaica. We got another bus about almost close to hitting Liberty Avenue, so that's all I really gotta say about that. The Q25, College Point. Okay, I feel this bus should be going towards Jamaica instead of going to College Point. But then again, it could have been going to College Point in the first place still. But then again, I don't know how long the Q25 is. So I'm in Flushing. I'm just in Flushing to catch the Q58 from the Q50. That would be like the only reason I'm in Flushing. Let's see the 27. Cambria Heights to Flushing. All right, you know, service looks really good. These two just intersected each other, and then we have another bus from Cambria Heights. Oh. Well, a bus that's about to leave Cambria Heights, so it can fill in for that missing gap near Belmont Park, near Queens Village Station, near the Union Turnpike, and more, you know? The 28. No service. Okay. Sucks to be you if you need to go from Main Street to Bay Terrace. The Q32 is exactly what I've been saying. Look at this. We have a bus right at Penn Station. We have one right on 59th. You see, we have one literally about to go on the Queensboro. We have one on Roosevelt. And we have another one about to go on to 81st Street. That's exactly what I've been saying. All these bus routes should have as a whole. Okay, you know, I cannot fend for the 33. There should at least be another bus on the Q33 that's going towards Jackson Heights. Because we already have two buses going towards East Elmhurst. You see, we already have a bus right at East Elmhurst, and we have another one about to turn on to 23rd Avenue. And then we just have this other bus at Jackson Heights, which it literally just arrived, and then soon enough, it'll be going towards East Elmhurst once again. Okay, Q35. Alright, I say service is going good, you know? I apologize, I got allergies, you know, my cats, they just give me allergies. I apologize. The Q35. I think I can use at least 2 more buses. One over at Flatbush and Avenue J or Kings Highway, another over at least at Beach 125th at most. That's just what I suggest. The Q36. Okay, we can at least have another bus going towards Jamaica, you know, about to go on to 212th Place. We could have the bus at least at Hempstead Avenue. At least that's what I'm thinking at most. We have the Q39. We should have a bus going towards Long Island City, since I have a feeling that's a pretty long ride just from looking at the way the route operates. That looks like a very long ride. You know, we could at least have a bus over at Metropolitan Avenue. Yo, we'd have a bus over at Metropolitan Avenue at most. That's just what I'm thinking, you know? That's just what I generally think. Who knows? Now we have the 40. Oh. Okay, you know, we have a bus literally about to hit Jamaica and Hillside. There should be a bus at South Jamaica, okay? Because once again, keeping the frequencies. If they don't have enough drivers, I can totally understand that. But if they at least have enough drivers for all these overnight routes to have 2 to 4 buses, they should do it. But if if they don't have enough drivers are quarantining and stuff, I completely understand that, you know? Like, for real, I completely understand that. The 43. Okay, I say there should be a... Actually, there's nothing I should really complain about, you know? We have a bus already that kind of left Jamaica just a couple minutes ago. We have a bus that's close to Jamaica in about 10 minutes. And we have a bus that's about to hit Floral Park. You know, It's like there's nothing I can complain about. Like Q46, Lake Success to Glen Oaks. Adios, mio. I know for a fact that's longer. I know for a fact. So we have one going towards Lake Success. I feel there could be another bus going towards Kew Gardens and Queens Boulevard. You know, like we can have it near the Grand Central Parkway or near Bell Boulevard at most. That's just what I'm thinking, you know. 9:54. I used to ride this bus a lot, okay? And then we have me complaining on a weekend. Oh, the bus is taking too long. There's so many Q59s before it. And I just see how this takes forever. You know, I have a feeling you should just go swap and send it towards Jamaica. That's just what I'm thinking, okay? That's just what I am thinking. Then we have the 55. I feel there could be okay, you know, I get it, but there should be at least another bus towards near 81st. Or at the Union Turnpike, I'd say. But that bus should be going towards Ridgewood. That's the only thing I really have to say. Now for the Q56. Oh, damn. Okay, Q56, on the other hand, to me, it looks pretty good, actually. You know, like, the route is actually looking pretty good. With the way the bus frequencies are, you know? Definitely looks good. Now, let's see the 58. I feel there could be at least another bus near Flushing or the Flushing Meadows, or at least one over in straight up in Flushing at least, or at least have a bus going towards Flushing right now. That's all I would have to say right now. Let's see the Q59. You see the Q59? Exactly what I've been saying should happen. We have one bus already at Grand and Bushwick. We have one at Grand and Queens Boulevard, right near Elmhurst Avenue. Exactly what I've been saying. Look at the frequencies. And then by the time they both turn around at the same time, they could both pass each other either at Flushing or at Rust. Now, I heard recently that Q60 was look at this. The Q60 has another Arctic tonight. Number 6249. So if it can do, let's see what else the Q60 has. 6251. I have nothing to complain about, but I feel like one of these buses should be somewhere in the around Kew Gardens or near Hillside or Main Street. That's all I would have to say. But the Arctics on the Q60, if that's to promote social distancing, go ahead with it, because if it promotes social distancing, that's going good. Q64, I feel there could be another bus around the Forest Hills section, or near the Grand Central Parkway, or around Main Street. That's what I feel. Because once again, I'm a Queens rider, so I don't know. I'm just giving kind of guesses of what I feel could be done. As a whole, it's officially 2:02 a.m., about an hour into all this madness. And there are 3 hours to go. Man, I'm talking a lot. The Q65, even during this type of shutdown, it still tends to have a very good schedule. The buses maintain good distancing to provide equal flavors of service. 10 out of 10. The Q66, on the other hand, it looks pretty good with the way it is also as well, in my general opinion. You know, like, there's nothing I can complain about. Definitely nothing I can really complain about. Currently it is 2:02 a.m. We are close to hitting the Brooklyn routes to see what's been going on there. Q83 has nothing. The Q85 has nothing. The Q100 only has one bus going towards Rikers Island right now. I feel there could be a bus at least on at Hazen Street or 19th Avenue. That's just what I say, okay? The Q1. This looks like BS right now. Oh, okay. You see, if now this bus makes it pretty quick down Steinway, it could be around 36th. And then if by the time this one's at 36th Avenue, I'd say this one should leave Hazen. You know, like Hazen and 81st. And then by the time this one's already leaving East Midtown to go back to Steinway, this one should be at least at around Broadway. At least that's just what I say should happen. Roosevelt Island, I can't exactly tell what's up with the route because this is confusing for me. But I guess it looks good for the Q102. Let's move on to the 110. No service. The Q111 only has a bus at Jamaica, Parsons. I feel there could be a bus over at Rosedale. That's just my general thought. Let's give it up for the Q114. Alright, the buses look pretty good. I feel there could be another Far Rockaway bus, at least around the Nassau Expressway, down Dewey Boulevard. At most, at least that's just what I say. Now let's move on to the 44. The Q44 still manages to maintain good headways. There's nothing I had to complain about, but like nothing I can criticize. Let's move on to the 53. $60.74. Okay, you know, the way that the Q53 is right now, it looks really good. There's nothing I would have to say at most. Nothing I really need to say. You know, the way the buses are all, it just looks good. Q70 on the other hand, I feel there could be at least one more bus over at LaGuardia. This one's going to LaGuardia, right? Okay. But yeah, there should definitely be at least one more bus at LaGuardia. Okay, now we can move on to the express routes. Let's see the QM6. You see, this is exactly what should be happening with the express buses. One towards Midtown right now. We have two about to pass each other over on the Queens Boulevard, you know? And then we have another one over in Manhattan. Exactly what I say should happen. Oh wait, no, that was the wrong route. It was the QM17. No, wrong route. Okay, let's see how the QM. We have 1 hybrid, 2 hybrid, 3 hybrid, 4 hybrid, 5 hybrid. We have 5 hybrids, all on the QM17 right now. I don't know if it's to promote social distancing and stuff, but, well, if it works, it works. And last but not least, the X68 before we move into Brooklyn. and green. My allergies are kicking in. The X68 looks good, you know. I say there should be at least one more 23rd Street bus somewhere around the Corona section. I swear to God, don't make any COVID-19 jokes. There should be one at least around the 63rd Drive. That's what I say. Okay. When we're done with that, let's move into Brooklyn so we can finish this off. Let's move on to the B1. Okay, the B1 is going pretty good, you know. We have a bus at Bay Ridge, one on 86th, about to hit 18th Avenue on the D. We have this one close to Manhattan Beach. This one is in between. This one literally just left Brighton Beach. Everything about the way the buses are, it's looking good. Let's see the B3. Okay, I feel that there should be another bus on the B3. At least it can be at Bergen Beach, you know, getting ready to start a trip. Like start a trip at most back to Bensonhurst. Cause I mean, it's just one route and it's supposed to like kind of, you know, like it's kind of connecting to the BM2 and stuff. I don't know what to say. All right, let's go to the B6. The B6 is looking good. I say there can be another bus over at East New York, New Lots. Definitely there should be a bus at New Lots to kind of keep the way the service is. Other than that, the B6 looks pretty good actually. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. Okay, let's see the B8. The B8 is exactly what I was saying the B6 should be looking like right now. Like, for real, this is actually what the B6 should be looking like. Exactly like how the B8 is looking. Exactly how. Let's see the B11. Let's hope that's actually giving good. Well, the B11 is giving good service. There should be at least a trip towards Sunset Park around Fort Hamilton or 7th and 5th Avenues. That's what I think, because this is the only service Borough Park gets, not counting the B35. Let's see the B12. So the B12 only has one bus towards Lefferts Gardens. It's about to hit Utica. I feel there could be another bus going towards East New York, Alabama, over at Utica as well, so it can both intersect to keep maintain even service. That's what I feel. That's what I think. Okay. B14, it's meh. I feel 7102 going towards Spring Creek could be at least at around Pitkin and Eastern Parkway or East New York Avenue. The B15, on the other hand, the one I really want to see the most, it's actually looking pretty good. You know, we have a bus already at Bed-Stuy, Woodhull. We have a bus that we have two buses that just hit East New York Avenue. We have one that's about to hit New Lots Avenue, and we have two in JFK. One already leaving JFK, and one about to enter JFK, you know. Everything is looking fine so far, actually. And I know the B7 and I know the B15 to be a crowded, insane route. But damn, East New York Depot. Okay, the B17, we have a bus that just hit Flatlands Avenue. I feel there could be another bus over at Church Avenue, Linden Boulevard, Kings Highway, or Ralph Avenue, going towards Crown Heights and Eastern Parkway. You know, at least that's what I feel. To maintain the even service. Once again, you know, maintaining even service. Let's see, B25. B25 looks good. I feel one of these downtown Brooklyn buses, I feel there should be a bus going towards downtown Brooklyn over here. One towards Broadway Junction over here. Another one to downtown Brooklyn here. And one to Broadway Junction right here. If that was the way it was, you would have some good service being provided right now. B26, it could use another bus going towards the Ridgewood Terminal over at downtown Brooklyn to keep the even service. That's just what I think, okay? That's what I feel should happen with the route right now. But then again, I could be wrong. Let's move on to the B35. Alright, B35 service looks good. We have a bus going towards Brownsville, Monica-Stan. We have a bus already at Brownsville, Monica-Stan. So that should be going to Sunset Park sometime soon now. So by the time that happens, this bus should either be at McDonald, Ocean Parkway, or it could be at Prospect, or it could be at Coney Island Avenue. But service would still be even. Let's see the B36. B36 looks good, actually. I feel there could be another Sheepshead Bay bus over Avenue X or Y. That's just what I think. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. My throat is starting to itch from talking for about an hour straight. So we have a bus going towards downtown Brooklyn over there. One towards Ridgewood, downtown. That's a perfect bus, except I say there should be some more bus priority service over on Lafayette and DeKalb, but other than that, B38's looking good. Let's see the B39, the only route going into Manhattan. I feel there should be two buses, like whenever there's one over at Marcy Avenue near the Williamsburg Bridge, there should be one at Delancey. Keep it like that. Now to move on to the B41. Service looks good. We have one to downtown Brooklyn already there. We have one to Kings Plaza right at Prospect Park West. We have one to downtown Brooklyn at Avenue I. And we have a Bergen Beach over at Avenue M. Service is looking good. But I say kind of cut the Bergen Beach service off just for tonight and have the B3 replace it. That's just what I think. The B42, there could be another bus at least at Avenue L or Avenue M going towards the Canarsie Pier. Let's see, B43. I'm almost done with this. Oh, wow. So we have one to Greenpoint and Box Street over on Manhattan Avenue. So that's looking good. And then we have another one towards Lefferts Gardens over at Tompkins Avenue. Service is being provided evenly. Nothing to complain about, actually. The B44. Service looks good. We have one at Williamsburg. We have one over on Fulton already. We have one at Park Place going towards Emmons. We have one at Farragut going towards Williamsburg. And we have one at Glenwood Road going towards Emmons. And then we have another one going towards Emmons, right at Emmons Avenue. So the B44 is looking really good, actually. Wait, no, wrong route. B45. So the B45 is actually looking pretty good. I feel there could be one of these buses should be going towards Crown Heights. At least that's just what I'm thinking. You know, send one of them to Crown Heights. One of these two to Crown Heights at most. That's just what I'm thinking, man. To keep even service. That would be 46. There's nothing I can complain about. Because I've been proposing stuff like this to keep service even. Service is being provided basically even, except for these two, but that should be cleared out sometime soon. B47, service is being provided clearly as well, just as I felt it should be with all 5 boroughs. Well, 4 since I can't find a Staten Island map. After the B47, it's the B48. I feel like it could be a bus to Lefferts Gardens, around Larmer or Nassau. You know, it could just hit McGinnis. At least that's what I'm thinking. Let's see, B52 and B54. Okay, I'd say service is looking pretty even. We could put in our bus going towards Ridgewood around Nostrand or Marcus Garvey. We could have another bus going towards downtown Brooklyn around Bushwick and Broadway. You know, that's what I'm thinking, at least. B54. There could be another bus going towards downtown Brooklyn at around Marcus Garvey. So by the time it hits Tompkins or Marcy, they can both intersect. Let's see, the B60, and the B61 are next. Not what I meant. Okay, B60. Okay, you know, I'd say service is being provided, man. At least there's 2 buses. They're both going in the opposite direction, so that's good, you know. Definitely what I've been proposing with all bus routes, like I said. Exactly what I proposed. The B61 has pretty good service, actually. We have a bus going towards Park Slope, right, Red Hook over there already. One to Fulton Mall, another to Park Slope, and one to Fulton Mall, going to Park Slope soon. It's pretty good, actually. You know, the bus route's looking pretty good. B62 and B63. So we got one to Long Island City over on the bridge, about to come off. Alright, I feel service looks good at most. I feel if you move around the buses, so because we have this Long Island City over here, a downtown Brooklyn here, this Long Island City one over here, and a downtown Brooklyn, like right over here. Even service, in my opinion. Now for the B63. B63 is looking good. We have one going towards Bay Ridge, but I leave on Atlantic. We have 2 intersecting already. I feel if you put another bus over at Bay Ridge, you can have even service. And like another bus at Bay Ridge, at Terminal 4th Avenue, Shore Road. You're going towards Cobble Hill and Atlantic. You're good, basically. Now for the B68. Alright, service look good. I feel you can have this Stable Avenue bound 1 over at Prospect Park. This Windsor Terrace one over here. But actually, other than that, it looks pretty good, you know. Bus service looks really good. Now to B82. Bus service is actually looking really good. You know, we just had these two buses intersect. We have this one going on. We have one at Kings, that one that just arrived at Coney Island and one leaving Coney Island. Service actually looks really good for the BA2. It doesn't really tell me if they run overnight stuff, so I can't really be sure, so we'll just leave it off. Well, guys, we did it. Well, I did it. We just reviewed all the bus routes except Staten Island, all 5 boroughs except Staten Island. Bus service looked meh in some areas. Bus service looked good in others areas. That's all I can really say. You know, just really add some more routes. That's it. Good night, guys. Stay safe. My transit enthusiasts out. Peace.